130 years ago, the city of Amritsar was something like this. Asia Broadcasting Services tried to highlight the historical aspects of Amratsir Old City, Gurdwara and the Old Serais in the year of 1893. It will be informative for the viewer. The city of Amritsar is comparatively in the same may be said of Tarn Taran and Jandiala. The only relics of Muhammadan rule which need be mentioned are the remains of the imperial caravan Serais at Serai Amanat Khan Sherazi, who was calligrapher of Taj Mahal. Amanat Khan Sherazi lies buried in a small mausoleum near the Serai which he made in the memory of his brother. He loved his brother so much that after his death, this calligrapher retired from life in total and spent the rest of his life in prayers. Love and dedication surrounded his life. It seems working on a monument of love for the Emperor Shah Jahan, he worked on a monument of love all his own. Sincerity and passion was part of their lives. After the death of his brother, he chose to retire to Lahore. Just outside Lahore he built a Serai in the name of his brother and it is known as the Serai Amanat Khan. Unfortunately, the canal has separated us from the Serai and mausoleum of one of the greatest calligraphers of all times. Nurdan, Naurangabad and Fatehabad, in the Tarn Taran Tehsil. Those were built on the old road from Lahore to Delhi which entered the district near Atari, and ran past the villages named above, crossing the Bees near Goindwal. Little is left of the Serais but the gateways and these were fast falling into ruins. The space inside the Serais has been occupied by the houses of the agriculturists and the shops of the village traders, and besides the gateways over which in some cases blue enamel tiles have been let into the masonry, the more or less ruined walls of the Serais are still standing. A few of the pillars, or cosminars, which mark the course of the road are also still to be seen at intervals. Round Serai Amanat Khan and Fatehabad are ruins of old Muhammadan tombs of the usual type. At Lahore of Canal in Ajnala, and at Bagar in the Amritsar Tehsil are two large mounds or thests which mark the site of towns of some size. A few years ago an enterprising Parsi merchant began to excavate the mound at the first named village, and is said to have come upon some old carvings, but he gave up the undertaking as unprofitable. The other was used for a time by a contractor as a quarry for ballast for the Pathankot railway, but he was stopped from doing so by the villagers when they found the stuff was marketable. The chief objects of architectural interest are the Sikh temples at Amritsar, Tarn Taran, Khadur Sahib, Gondwal and Ramdas, but no one of these is as much as 300 years old, and they derive their interest more from their associations and the reverence in which they are held than from any beauty of construction. Here is need only be said that the temple or Darbar Sahib at Amritsar stands in the center of a large tank surrounded by flights of steps and by a marble paved causeway, from the west side of which a passage also paved with marble leads out across the water to the temple. This is profusely gilt over copper outside and beautifully decorated with paint and mosaic inside. The tank at Tarn Taran presents much the same appearance, but there the temple, also bright with gilding, stands on the edge of the water instead of in the center. Like that at Amritsar, it is quite a small building, and over it stands in minor or campanile of masonry work which is visible on a clear day 10 miles away. The other temples named have no noteworthy surrounding and are crowded in by houses and shops. They have hardly any of the expensive gilding, which is the chief feature of the shrines at Amritsar and Tarn Taran, and the interior decoration is on a much smaller scale. The only other buildings that need be mentioned are the Tower of Baba Atal, built over the tomb of the son of Hargobind, 6th Guru, close to the Amritsar Darbar Sahib, and the fort of Govindgarh, just outside the city walls, which was built by Maharaja Ranjit Singh in 1809 AD.